There's a specific name for that.
You looked at me and I'm doubting myself. This is a pliers. This... I know there's a name for this. Like an actual name.
Yeah. So, is that your answer?
Or you could use it as a weight to go work out because it's heavy. This is a compression clamp. And it is used, I'm just being confident here. It is used to compress the things under the hood.
Prefer not to see my legs, but
Should we move this way a little bit?
oh, it's all good. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the second edition of Do You Know What This Is? So I wasn't able to get 10, but I got 9 different items that I'm going to show you, and I think again you have to name it properly, and then you have to be able to tell me what it's for. So there's a point for each of those.
Okay.
Okay? So, the first one that we're going to do here is a very common one, and most guys in construction will have one of these in their tool belt. What is that?
Can I look at it?
Yeah, I don't think they're... Let me see. Yeah, you can look at it. It doesn't tell you what it is.
Okay. Instinctively, I want to say, I know there's a name for this. Like an actual name. This says on it.
What does it say?
Right there. Is that the name of it?
I guess technically it is.
I was gonna say...
It's okay, you can say it.
It's a triangle ruler.
Okay, very close. That's actually great. I like that.
Corner ruler. Just let me think here. You're using it.
Am I using it?
Corners. A triangle ruler.
Okay.
Final answer. What is it used for? Anything. And everything.
You're not making a good case, honey.
Anything that has a corner, you could use this for. Specifically, if you're cutting wood. That needs to be a certain
Yes.
length. And
not as much length.
Square shape.
It's length.
Triangle. Corner. If it's a
that...
corner piece. You're cutting for corner pieces.
Okay. So you are. I think I'll give you a point total for that, because I think you didn't get the name right. You had part of the name right. It is a square, and you said triangle. You said triangle ruler. So it's called a tri-square. Is what I. What it's for is if I am cutting lumber, or if I'm making anything with a corner, I can stick this in that corner and I can make sure that it's a true 90-degree angle, right? So it's perfectly at 90 degrees. And then also I can lay it on a piece of lumber, and this little ledge here can hook on it, and then I can draw a straight line, so I can cut it properly. So you can use that, and then there's a bunch of other uses that you can use it for that I don't know how to, but that's what I used it for when I was in construction. So this is called a tri-square.
A tri-square. I kind of nailed the second half.
You definitely did. Yep, definitely.
Nice.
Okay, the next one here looks a little bit scary, but it's not.
Okay. I just want to read it.
I don't think this says anything. Gosh. Yeah, no, this doesn't say it on there.
Okay, so I think I know what this is.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go for it and say this is A drywall cutting knife.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a drywall. I guess I would have called it a drywall saw. But yeah, that's what it's for. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, and then I don't know the technical name, so drywall cutting knife is what I would call it, and then it's used
to cut drywall. So yeah, so like if you're cutting shit, if you need to, you can. It's really pokey, so you can plunge cut, and then you can go down, and then you can cut out shapes and all that stuff with drywall. But yeah, nailed it. Good
nice.
One. All right. Now this one's funky. This is deviating from woodworking, and I'm going to give you a hint. This is not used for woodworking or anything like that. This is actually for automotive. Figured this one probably get you.
It's a tool? I'm gonna think. Okay, think. What would you need to keep away? Propped, clamped. It's a clamp. Guys, it's a clamp. This is a clamp.
That is pretty darn close.
This is a... Let me think. What would you need when you're working on your car?
You're so funny, is it now?
I know. This is a compression clamp. And it is used, I'm just being confident here, it is used to compress the things under the hood.
Okay, I will give you 1 point.
Okay.
I will. Okay, so this is actually a brake caliper compressor. So,
I got compressor.
Yeah, so it's a compression clamp, if you could call it a clamp. But what it's used for is when you are changing out brake pads and brake, you're doing your brakes on your car. If you have disc brakes, there are, say this is the part that's spinning. There's 2 pads that are clamped down on the part that's spinning to stop your car. And in order to change out these pads, you need to make sure that because they get worn down, so they squeeze in really, really tight. In order to put the new ones on, you need to spread that caliper out so that you can put those new ones on and it will actually fit over top of the rotor again. Does that make sense? What? So that's what this is for.
In one ear and out the other.
Okay. This is an easy one.
It's a wrench. It's a... Don't move.
Okay.
It's a... No, a wrench is different. Because
there's a specific name for that.
You looked at me and I'm doubting myself. This is a pliers. This... a specific name for it. Because I think a wrench is like, got a round thing on the end.
A wrench has different sizes.
You don't have to help me, but you can if you want. Yes.
Okay.
So this is it makes me think of a pliers. Like you grip it and you, so I'm just going to say this is specific. I don't know if it's for construction or if it's for cars, but I'm just going to say this is extra wide. This is an extra wide grippy pliers that is used on cars to get the nuts and bolts off.
Hey, that's pretty good. Okay. So you got the function right. It is a type of pliers. This is referred to as this is a channel locks.
Oh.
So you can adjust the size. You can use it in construction. I used it a lot to pull out nails. You could also use it on a car. I use it when I'm servicing doors. I can use it on hinges and a couple of other things.
So it's multifunctional.
Very multifunctional. This is a very useful thing. If you don't have one of these and you're just like a little at-home toolbox, get one. Yes. Because you'll use it. I mean, I used these as hammers as a kid sometimes. So I mean, you can do a lot of things with these.
That's funny.
Okay. This is the next one right here.
Oh, this.
This is again a specific. It has a specific name.
I think I know what it's used for.
Okay.
I think there's many uses because you can see here there's like a couple of divots and like looks like you can take nuts.
You're on the right
bolts.
track.
You can like take nuts and bolts off of it, but it also has like an end where you could scrape things, and potentially even trowel with it. I don't know. You probably wouldn't.
You probably wouldn't try with that, but you could try it if you want.
Man, I do not know what this is called. Oh,
you got the function down for sure. So I'll give you 1 point on that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yep. I just said do-had a dinger. It said what's in the Little Mermaid? It said dingle hopper. What did she say?
I don't. Wow, this is special. This is very, very unusual.
What? What is it?
It's a dingle hopper.
Oh, no, that's close enough though. This, I think technically this one's an 8-in-1, so it has 8 different functions.
That's just what it's called.
It's called an 8-in-1.
Hey,
yeah, it's an 8-in-1 multi-tool.
Noticed that.
Yeah, so
right away.
There's others that are 5-in-1. I think 5-in-1 are the more common ones, and this one just is a little bit. It has more stuff on it, and so. But yeah, you can do all kinds of good things.
Good.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
I'm doing better than I thought I would actually.
You're actually doing amazing. Okay, so this technically is part of a tool, but it has a name.
Okay.
So now you can't read this one. Okay.
Okay,
So
great.
the back of this
it's pretty sharp, huh?
It's not sharp. You're good. Yeah.
Okay. Gosh. Oh, I think I know what this is.
What is it?
I think this is for a saw blade. I think this is a saw blade that you put in. You have one of those if you're cutting wood, and you like stick it in, and it's one of the settings that you can put in, and you go if you're cutting wood for doing construction or building anything.
Okay.
All right.
No.
Okay.
So it is a saw blade. You got that right. It's technically not a saw blade though. This is a diamond blade, and you put these on a grinder, and you can cut through stone with this.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So it has little bits of diamond in the blade itself because it's really really hard, and yeah, you can cut through. You can cut through stone. You can cut through brick,
so
block.
It's not for wood at all.
It's not for wood. No, not at all. So this goes on an actual grinder. So it doesn't go on a saw. So like an angle grinder. I don't know if you've seen me use one of those.
Okay. Maybe not.
So yeah, an angle grinder that has many different functions, but this specifically is meant to cut rock or stone or masonry things.
Nice.
All right, getting down to the nitty gritty. We have 3 more. Okay, this one's a little bit messy, so I'll just hold it for you. This thing right here.
Are you serious?
I'll open it up a little bit so you can see what it looks like in there.
Is that supposed to help me? That is so gross.
It's pretty nasty.
Looks like there's oil in there. Can I phone a friend?
I don't think a friend could help you with this one. Honestly, this one's pretty obscure. This is obscure.
Can I phone one of your friends?
I don't know. Lawrence might know what this is.
I'm gonna take a guess that is for fixing automobiles. It has something to do with cars because it looks like it has oil on it.
Okay, so it's not technically for cars. Okay, go ahead. Keep on. But it's more machinery. Is what it's for. So like anything mechanical.
It's for your lawnmower. I don't know.
Be.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm clueless.
Okay, so this is actually called a bearing packer. So if you have a bearing that like Liam, for instance, on his scooter has those little wheels that spin really fast. That has a bearing in it, a really tiny one. Cars have big ones for like this. Tractors have them, and they spin. I mean, it's an extremely important part of a vehicle or machinery is bearings, and so you have to make sure that they have a lot of grease in them so that they work for a long period of time and they don't wear out. And so what you do is you take this thing apart, and you can take it all the way apart. You stick the bearing in here, you tighten it back up, and then you put a grease gun on the end of this thing, and you pump grease down into that bearing, and it fills it up completely with grease.
Nice.
It's called a bearing packer.
A bearing packer.
Yep.
I don't have known that.
There you go. Okay, 2 more things. Okay.
This is heavy.
It's very heavy.
What did I say?
You said it was a drill.
I think this is a screwdriver. Like, what's the difference between a drill and a screwdriver?
This is not a drill.
Okay.
It's not a drill.
You're helping me out. Okay. So this is a screwdriver. This is...
I mean, maybe.
And it drives screws into the wall or anything you might need to drive screws into.
Is it multi-purposeful again? So this is.
I bought this for automotive use. You can use it on a few.
Oh.
On a
Am I
few
totally
construction
off?
things. Like you could use it for a couple of things in construction, but it's mainly going to be used in automotive.
Okay, you're trying to help me out. Do I have to? Oh.
Wait a minute.
Is this to take lug nuts off of wheels? It's a
Definitely.
wheel lug nut taker offer.
I am the one.
It's definitely part of what you can do with it.
Is this just for wheels? You use this just for wheels? So is this, okay. Final answer. It's just for nuts and bolts in the car.
Pretty much.
So like if you need to take it off, if you open the hood and you've got, what?
You have to open the hood.
Huh?
You have to open the hood. I'm just teasing you.
You open the hood and you've got something you need to take off or loosen, you can use this, or you can use it for lug nuts on the wheels.
And yeah, so is that your answer?
Or you could use it as a weight to go work out because it's heavy.
Is that
Yeah, it
okay.
is.
So this is an impact driver. This is what you would use for an impact wrench. So this is very, very heavy duty. So like you take big nuts and bolts off. Like this is for
Like if you're taking the engine out.
Yeah, or like if you're like doing suspension work and that type of stuff. So things that have to be really, really tight, you can take them off a lot easier with something like this as long as you can get in there. And so it's just very, very nice to have when you're doing when you're doing a lot of suspension work and that type of stuff.
It looks like a screwdriver.
Yeah,
right?
it does. It looks like a drill, but it's just a super, super big one, and it's really, really strong. So yeah, but it's an impact wrench.
Impact wrench, that's what it's called?
I think that's what they call it. Or an electric impact. I don't have my phone on me right now. But I want to say it's an impact wrench is what I want to call it. So, yeah. It's very, this thing is awesome.
That's amazing.
Yep. That's the last one.
Well, I don't know what the score is. I'll add it up at the end, but...
You did pretty good. You did well on things that I thought you wouldn't get.
Really?
Yeah, like you did pretty well on this one. Like I was really surprised you did well on that one. And then also this one, I didn't think you would get this.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
And you totally knew what that was. So that's awesome. So I think you did pretty well. And then the tri-square too, like you did great. Yeah. So that was fun. I like these. So.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. And yeah, go ahead.
We'll see you in our next video.
Sounds good.